All right, guitar fans, so now I'm going to demonstrate what I call the chord scale. It's kind of similar to what I did with the modes positions. Basically, the way I think about it is every key has 7 primary chords. That's the way I sort of perceive it. So to play my chord scale, I'm going to take every note in the scale and I'm going to put the appropriate chord with it. So for example, in the key of C, I'm going to play C major. Just good old cowboy C major. Good old C major. Now I'm going to go to D minor. That's the second note in the scale. The second note in the scale of a major scale is always a minor chord, so D minor. The third chord is always a minor in a major scale, so we're going to play E minor. The fourth chord is called the perfect fourth. It's always a major, and we're going to play F major. You can play that one, or you can play the full bar. All right, the fifth is a perfect fifth, unless it's diminished, and that's going to be a G. That's a major chord. A minor is the sixth. The sixth is always the relative minor of the major scale. A minor. And then the seventh is, again, like we said during the mode scale thing, the seventh is always the weird one because it's a diminished chord. It's going to have a little bit of a weird sound. So I'm going to play B diminished. B diminished. Diminished just means a flat 5. It's a little bit of a weird chord. It's what I call a leading tone. You're not going to land on a B diminished chord, but you could play it as you lead into C, because it leads you into C. So I'm going to play through that now with the metronome, going through the C major chord scale. Just simple whole note strums. 2 whole note strums per chord. D minor. D minor again. E minor. F. G. A minor. All right, now I wanted to stop here and talk about the B chord. Instead of playing B diminished, we can do that. And then back to C. I have yet to meet a singer that liked diminished chords. Most of the singers anyway that I've worked with. So instead of playing diminished chords, they usually like substitute chords. For example, I would put the 7th note B over the 5th chord G, which is B over G. B over G. All right, so B over G would sound like this. It's more melodic than a B diminished. And then I'm back to C. It achieves the effect of a leading tone because it obviously needs to go somewhere else. But B over G is essentially just a G without the G. You're strumming it from the B on the 5th string 2nd fret, and then the high end of a G. So it's B over G. It's just a G without the low G. So again, that was the C major chord scale. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B over G. And back to C. And that's it. C major chord scale. I'm at 100 beats per minute. I was just doing whole notes. I would recommend that you practice all those chords in the key of C, doing whole notes, half notes, quarter note strums, even some rests in there, maybe some 8th notes and some multiple types of strumming patterns. Have some fun with that. When you got the C major chord scale, the primary chord sounding good, move on to a different key. The goal is to get really good in every key. All right, have some fun with that. Talk to you soon.